Commander Zixthera adjusted her ceremonial battle armor one final time as her flagship entered Earth's solar system. The Vorthak Empire's most decorated warrior, she had crushed 17 rebellions across the galaxy. Her elite strike force Omega had never known defeat. Today would be no different. "Scan results, Navigator Kesahal," she commanded, her forearms crossed in the traditional pose of Imperial authority. "The third planet shows primitive development patterns, Commander. Single-species civilization, barely achieved interstellar flight, no energy shields detected on their vessels, kinetic projectile weapons at best." Keshal's mandibles clicked with amusement. "Intelligence suggests they call themselves humans." Zixthera's vertical pupils dilated. Another backwater world thinking it could defy the Empire. "Standard subjugation protocol. Will demonstrate superior firepower, accept their surrender and be home for the feast of conquest." The first indication something was wrong came when the humans didn't flee. 300 human vessels had assembled in Earth's orbital space, tiny, ugly things compared to the sleek Vorthak dreadnoughts. They should have scattered like prey animals. Instead, they held formation. "Incoming transmission, Commander," reported Communications Officer Vreltuk. "Display it." A human face appeared on the screen. Pale skin, bilateral symmetry, disgustingly soft features. The being spoke in accented galactic standard. "This is Admiral Sarah Chen, Earth Defense Force. You have entered our territory without permission. Leave now and no harm will come to you." The bridge erupted in chittering laughter. Zixthera silenced them with a gesture. "Human Admiral Chen, I am Commander Zixthera of Strike Force Omega. Surrender your world and we will grant you the honor of serving the Empire. Resist and face annihilation." Chen's expression didn't change. "Counteroffer, turn around and run. This is your only warning." The transmission ended.
"The arrogance of these primitives,"
Kesahal hissed. "Commander, shall we demonstrate the power of our plasma cannons? Begin the assault. Target their largest vessels first." What followed defied every tactical manual in the Empire's vast database. The humans didn't engage in glorious ship-to-ship combat. Instead, they scattered like a disturbed nest of fury wasps, but with purpose, not panic. Their smaller vessels swarmed around the Vorthak dreadnoughts, too fast and numerous for the heavy plasma batteries to track. Then came the ram attacks. Evasive maneuvers. Zixthera roared as a human ship, engines burning at impossible overload, slammed directly into the port side of her flagship. The explosion sent shockwaves through the hull. "Commander, they're deliberately destroying themselves." Vreltuk's voice cracked with disbelief. More human ships dove into the Vorthak formation like metallic meteors. Each kamikaze run was precisely calculated, striking shield generators, weapon systems, bridge modules. In minutes, 3 dreadnoughts were crippled. But the humans weren't finished being unfair. The next wave didn't attack the ships at all. Instead, they fired thousands of small projectiles that seemed harmless, until they reached the Vorthak vessels and began eating through the hull like acid. "What in the 7 hells are those?" Zixthera demanded. "Analyzing? Commander, they appear to be machinery. Microscopic robots that disassemble molecular bonds. They're consuming our ships." The nanobots spread across the fleet like a plague. Where they touched, armor plating dissolved, electronics failed, life support systems died. Several ships began venting atmosphere. "This is against all civilized rules of warfare," Kesahal protested. Admiral Chen's voice crackled over the comm system, somehow having hacked their secure channels. "Rules? You came to our home to enslave us. Did you expect us to play by your rules?" The third unfair tactic was the most devastating. While the Vorthak fleet struggled with ramming attacks and nanobots, human vessels began broadcasting on frequencies that bypassed their communication jamming. What they broadcast wasn't weapons fire, it was information. Technical schematics of Vorthak ships, tactical weaknesses discovered through centuries of espionage, fleet positions, commander profiles, even personal communications between Vorthak officers. Every human ship suddenly knew exactly where to hit each Vorthak vessel for maximum damage. The humans fought like a single, coordinated organism, sharing data in real time, adapting their strategies faster than the Empire's rigid command structure could respond. "They're fighting as one mind," Vreltuk gasped, watching human ships execute perfectly synchronized maneuvers without any detectable command signals. Impossible. Individual beings cannot achieve such coordination without hierarchical control. But humans, Zixthera was learning, specialized in the impossible. The final insult came when the humans stopped fighting entirely. As Strike Force Omega's surviving ships regrouped for what they assumed would be humanity's last stand, every human vessel suddenly powered down weapons and opened communication channels. Admiral Chen appeared on screen again, and this time she was smiling. "Commander Zixthera, we have a proposition for you. We do not negotiate with primitives. Look at your tactical display." Zixthera did, and her 4 hearts stopped. Her fleet was surrounded, not by the 300 human ships from before, but by 3,000. They had appeared from nowhere, emerging from behind asteroids, from within gas giant atmospheres, from stealth positions that should have been impossible to maintain. "The battle you just fought? That was a test. We needed to understand your capabilities, your tactics, your weaknesses. Thank you for the education. This is treachery." "No," Chen said calmly, "this is strategy. Something your empire apparently never learned. You fight to dominate. We fight to survive. Guess which motivation produces better results?" The human admiral leaned forward. "Here's what's going to happen. You're going to return to your empire and deliver a message. Earth is under our protection, along with any world that requests it. Your days of conquest are over. The empire has millions of ships, billions of warriors, and we have something you don't understand: imagination. Every battle you fight against humans will teach us something new about you. Every victory will cost you more than the last defeat. We don't fight fair, Commander. We fight to win." As Strike Force Omega limped away from Earth, Zixthera stared at the after-action reports with growing dread. The humans had demonstrated capabilities that shouldn't exist: perfect coordination without central command, technological adaptation in real time, tactical flexibility that turned every engagement into a learning opportunity. Most disturbing of all, they had shown mercy. The nanobots could have consumed the entire fleet, but they stopped at critical damage. The ramming attacks targeted systems, not life support. Even in their most devastating assault, they had chosen to spare their enemies' lives. The Empire had sent its elite to crush a primitive world. Instead, they had awakened something that would reshape the galaxy forever. Humans didn't fight fair. They fought to win. And in the vast darkness between stars, that made all the difference.